Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We're back for another exciting reading of the Srimad Bhagavatam. Haribol.
Canto 4, chapter 27, text 24.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Well done. Text 24. Approaching the king of the Yavanas, Kalakanya addressed him as a great hero, saying, "My dear sir, you are the best of the untouchables. I'm in love with you, and I want you as my husband. I know that no one is baffled if he makes friends with you." That's quite a pickup line. Purport. The words Yavananam Rishabam referred to the king of the Yavanas. The Sanskrit words Yavana and Mlecha apply to those who do not follow the Vedic principles. According to the Vedic principles, one should rise early in the morning, take bath, chant Hare Krishna, offer Mangal Arati to the deities, study Vedic literature, take prasad, and engage in dressing and decorating the deities. Wow. One must also collect money for the temple expenditures. Or if one is a householder, he must go to work in accordance with the prescribed duties of a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya or Shudra. In this way, one should live a life of spiritual understanding. And this is the Vedic way of civilization. One who does not follow all these rules and regulations is called a Yavana or Malecha.
Wow.
One should not mistakenly think that these words refer to certain classes of men in other countries. There is no question of limitation according to nationalism. Whether one lives in India or outside of India, he is called a Yavana or Malecha if he does not follow the Vedic principles. One who does not actually follow the hygienic principles prescribed in the Vedic rules and regulations will be subjected to many diseases. Because the students in this Krishna consciousness movement are advised to follow the Vedic principles, they naturally become hygienic.
I wonder if Prabhupada was making a specific point.
I reckon. Because he was dealing with
Not of unhygienic
hippies.
Mm-hmm.
No offense to any hippies, but
Well, thoughts?
yes, it's in the Vedic principles. Prabhupada says if you don't follow them, you get contagious diseases, and if you do, you're hygienic. So what are the Vedic principles? So then we go back to the beginning.
It says follow the hygienic principles.
No, because the students in this Krishna conscious movement are advised to follow the Vedic principles.
And if you go back to the sentence before, it says one who does not actually follow the hygienic principles prescribed in the Vedic rules and regulations will be subjected to many contagious diseases.
Right.
It's Vedic principles, but it's specifically Vedic principles around hygiene.
Right.
Which is why the last word is
I'll just make my point.
Hygienic.
So according Prabhupada at the beginning of the purport says that Vedic principles are according one should rise early in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, don't stay in bed like mooching about till midday. You should take a bath. It doesn't even say like several, but at least just take a bath.
When you get out of bed.
And then you got to chant Hare Krishna. Offer Mangal Arati to the deities. Lord help. So that lets you know what time you should be getting out of bed.
Yes and no.
I think yes. Study Vedic literature, take some prasadam, and engage in dressing and decorating the deities. I like dressing and decorating the deities.
One thing's for sure. We seem to do most of these things.
I didn't want to say. We do take a bath. We do rise early.
do offer Mangalarti.
You offered Mangalarti today. I dressed and decorated the deities. We took a little prasad. I might have a little bit more if I go to bed. I might. And we try to study the Vedas. So we might be considered hygienic.
Well, it's not hygienic.
At least we come to the point.
That's not hygienic.
No, listen. Listen, let me get a word.
That means we're not a Malecha or a Yavana.
No. Here it says, because the students in this Krishna conscious movement are advised to follow the Vedic principles, which I just read out. I was interrupted, but I did read it out. Then it says, become hygienic. That's what Prabhupada says. So I've naturally become hygienic. And someone might look at this list and be like, man, and it's such a thing to, oh my God, I can't get up early, which might be like 6 or 7 o'clock. It's early when you start, Oh my God, and do this, and then you read this and it's like, okay, good, now you're naturally hygienic. I should be a self-realized soul. What do you mean I'm naturally hygienic? I'm a Paramahamsa now. But a lot of this is Prabhupada just bringing us to the human civilized platform. We just don't get it. We don't get how far we are degraded in this age of Kali. So he just brings us to the human platform, which is taken for granted. And you often say when you went to the village that my parents are from, my dad's from, and like how people rise early. They're not having like lying in bed, so they rise, they heat up the water, because you have to take a bucket in and have a shower. People get up and they cleaning the front porch and they're just getting on with life. It's not like they've got Netflix on and just mooching in bed and whatnot. Wow, so these things Netflix are just these things are quite civilized and normal though for certain types of people, and for a lot of us in the Western world and that, and you think, gosh, I do all these things.
Well, I didn't see anyone offer Mangalarti or reading Vedic literatures or
because you didn't see it.
The deities.
Well, you didn't see it, but
okay,
because you didn't go into
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Houses, did you?
Not sure they were offering their food either.
But they definitely, I would say, for the most part, would have an altar and be offering and doing some form of prayers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, good point. We'll read on, shall we?
I guess.
If a person is Krishna conscious, he can work like a young man, even if he is 75 or 80 years old. Prabhupada talking about himself there. Thus, the daughter of Kala, time, cannot overcome a Vaishnava. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami engaged in writing Chaitanya Charitamrita when he was very old. Yet he presented the most wonderful literature about the activities of Lord Chaitanya, Srila Rupa Goswami, and Sanatan Goswami. Activities of Lord Chaitanya. Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami began their spiritual lives at a very old age. Well, I never understood that they were that old. That is, after they retired from their occupations and family lives. Yet they presented many valuable literatures for the advancement of spiritual life. This is confirmed by Srila Srinivasa Acharya, who praised the Goswamis in this way. Nana Shastra Vicharanaika Nipano Saddharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitikarano Tribhuvane Manyao Sharanya Kara Radha Krishna Padara Binda Bhajana Nandena Matalika Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyuga Shri Jiva Gopalako. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the 6 Goswamis, namely, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami, and Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, who are very expert in scrutinizingly studying all the revealed scriptures with the aim of establishing eternal religious principles for the benefit of all human beings. Thus, they are honored all over the 3 worlds, and they are worth taking shelter of because they are absorbed in the mood of the gopis and are engaged in the transcendental loving service of Radha and Krishna. So, beautiful, beautiful purport. Srila Prabhupada making a bold statement at the beginning, just that basically Jara, or old age, doesn't have anything to do with Vaishnava. It just kind of reminds me of that song, MC Hammer, Can't Touch This. Because it's like a Vaishnava, this can't be touched. So anyway, they do their thing. And Prabhupada's example is that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita in his advanced age. And the Sanatana and Rupa, they also were in an advanced age. Although, my understanding, I didn't know that they were actually that old, but I do know that they did retire. But, so I thought they were still relatively young, and in fact, like in their 30s, something like that. 40s.
No.
Whatever. So, maybe they weren't that old. Then Prabhupada throws in the old Sat Swami Sat Goswami Astikam. Sat Goswami Astikam. Very nice. Haven't read that through in some time. But they are honored all over the three worlds, and they're worth taking shelter of. Interesting points.
All right, final paragraph. Thus, Jara, the effect of old age, does not harass a devotee. This is because the devotee follows the instructions and the determination of Narada Muni. All devotees are in the disciplic succession stemming from Narada Muni because they worship the deity according to Narada Muni's direction, namely the Narada Pancharatra or the Pancharatrika Vidhi. A devotee follows the principles of Pancharatrika Vidhi as well as Bhagavat Vidhi. The Bhagavat Vidhi includes preaching work, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, the hearing and chanting of the glories of Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Pancharatrika Vidhi includes Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma, Nivedanam. Because the devotee rigidly follows the instructions of Narada Muni, he has no fear of old age, disease, or death.
Haribol.
Apparently, a devotee may grow old, but he is not subjected to the symptoms of defeat experienced by a common man in old age. Consequently, old age does not make a devotee fearful of death, as a common man is fearful of death. When Jara or old age takes shelter of a devotee, Kalakanya diminishes the devotee's fear. A devotee knows that after death, he is going back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, he has no fear of death. Thus, instead of depressing a devotee, advanced age helps him become fearless and thus happy. Nice. Very nice. Again, one of those, paragraphs and that connect with what's occurring in one's life at the moment. I was just, I was dressing the deities today and, having a little discussion, as you do. Anyway, I was thinking of one devotee because they're not well, we're in hospital, and there's fear. There's a sense of defeat, a sense of depression, and it isn't the first time they're dealing with medical issues and major medical issues, actually. Different things, parts of the body, but still major. And they were alone in terms of no children support, meaning no kids are supporting. They have kids, but no kids are supporting. There's no spouse in the picture. And like I was saying, the other day, is that, especially nowadays, you have so many friends on social media and this, that, and the other. How many friends on social media are going to be there by your bedside when you need them, When you pick up that phone, or you maybe put a message on Facebook.
That post, I'm about to croak.
And then, so, yeah, but I was thinking about this person because I was thinking of myself as well. They may not know it, but I'm a little advanced in age, little bit. I know I don't look it, but I was thinking, yeah, but what to do? Because if I put myself in this person's shoes, I'd also be depressed, quite frankly, if I had no spouse and I had kids, but they don't want to know. And then, their parents, devotees' parents have long gone, and no, whatever, siblings, aunts, uncles. So, yeah, it'd be like, I'm in pain and I'm hurting and I'm alone and I'm going to end up mostly rotting in my apartment by myself. And I was thinking, what to do? This is a fact. So it's interesting because as I was dressing and I was thinking about it, my conclusion, and it kind of, it's very interesting, get Prabhupada speaking on this now. It was like, there's only one thing you can do, and that differentiates you from your average Joe blogs that also is going to go through that. Mm-hmm. And that is that you need to get serious now, and you really need to dive deep, because it's that faith. And it's like all these years, been trying Hare Krishna, reading, doing service. This is where it should come to fruition. This is where it should come.
Fruity tuition.
So if you haven't got any ripe mangoes growing on the bhakti tree, then what the hell have you been doing, I'm just saying, it's true. Like, and you think, yeah, like, and who is it? Was it, when you grow up in Hindu families, you see a lot of pictures and stuff. So there's one of the old man with Krishna. I think that's Bhava Bhakti. And Krishna comes to him. And, just different pastimes like this where you think, yeah, this man's old, and didn't he have no eyes or something?
I don't know what picture you're talking about.
Bhava Thakur, he got his eyes poked out.
He plucked them out himself.
And like, yeah, and there's a lot of stories like this. I mean, just reading in this Bhagavatam, there's a lot of stories. But the main thread, or the crux of it, is that is Krishna. Meaning, either they're being persecuted, the devotees, or, their bodies are not being so good, or whatever. And you think, what are you going through? This is crazy. But the main person in their life, that all these pastimes are, why we read them, is Krishna, And I'm just saying that it just came, and I was thinking, like Prabhupada saying, devotee may grow old, but they don't feel defeated. Mm-hmm. They become fearless. And I was thinking, so this is our test as we progress. Am I becoming fearless as I see that, Lord have mercy, I'm getting old, and am I feeling happy? Yeah, or is it like, oh my God, like feeling scared, actually, and feeling what's going to happen to me, and how is it going to happen to me? Who's going to help me? All this stuff. It's like, yes, it's very...
It sounds like a very fearful meditation.
Well, it was a very fear. It was. I'm not joking, because when you're in that situation, when you're visiting people and seeing that, you're like, it sobers you, which is good though, because it kind of wakes you up. You're like, oh my God, I wasn't just like, oh yeah, bye. It was like, whoa. This is material. This is a reality, and this ain't reality because I'm watching a TV program about someone else. This is a reality because it's a fellow devotee. It's one of us type of thing, And they're lying there, and they're suffering, and they're depressed, and they're feeling really bugged out. And I'm thinking, okay, hold on, where am I with this? And recently, when I weren't feeling too well, and I was lying down on the sofa alone, to be fair, for a couple of days, and it was interesting, all the different thought patterns that were going through. I was like, I'm gonna, man. I don't know where I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna. I just thought it's interesting, isn't it? It's like when you read and then Prabhupada, Krishna arranges it. Prabhupada just, comes up with relevant with what you're thinking or, discussing or whatever. Really interesting. The magic of the Bhagavatam.
Yeah, synchronicity.
All right, on that note, we're going to go now and be fearless.
Go and be fearless.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to measure you from here on out. Fearlessness.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
To test your spiritual advancement.
Oh.
So I'm going to go get a ladybug after this, ladybird, and a spider.
Oh, what's that got to do with fearlessness?
Because you're very afraid of these things.
Yeah. I'm talking about death and all that. I'm not talking about like spiders.
You can't handle a bug. Let's speak of death. I'm ready for death. Here's a bug. Ah! Okay.
I don't know what he's saying.
I don't know what she's talking about.
Anyway, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And let us know what you're scared of. Driving connection. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thumbnail right there. Hare Krishna.
Haribo. Have a beautiful evening and a wonderful weekend. Hare Krishna.